everybody. Welcome back. This is Miss Faye, and this is my world. Today's topic is he asked for your number, but he didn't call. He asked for your number, but he didn't call. Before we get started, I'd like to say welcome. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to all the new viewers, the new subscribers, and welcome to you who have been with me from the beginning. I really appreciate you. Now, to get us started, I did pull a short video. Let's watch this video, and we have a letter. Then we're going to dive right into this topic. When he asked for your number, but he never called. Here we go.
Ladies, if it takes a guy longer than a week to text you or ask you out after getting your number, he puts you on the bench. Okay, welcome to the Daddy Academy. Here's the thing. You don't want to be on the bench. Okay, you want to be the star. I've been getting a lot of DMs and ladies saying, oh, I gave this guy my number. He hasn't texted me in weeks. Or, oh, he texted me and now I haven't heard from him. What do you think that means? There are other women that he's seeing, other women that he's prioritizing. He probably thinks you're cute. He'll go out with you, but he's not prioritizing you. You'll see him, but it'll be at his discretion, at his timing, and you're just going to sit around twiddling your thumbs. Put me in, coach. You might ask me this, Nico, how do I get off the bench and become the star? It doesn't happen, okay? Right when he meets you, he knows where he wants to put you, okay? And if he fumbled on you that quick, he knows he wants you to be a bench player, and he'll see you, from time to time, but you're not going to get more than that. Now, listen to me. That's your decision to stay on the bench. Okay, the longer you stay on someone else's bench, the longer it's going to take you to find someone who's going to make you their star player. So prioritize the people who are prioritizing you. And if they're not prioritizing you and you're not up for something casual, you just have to move on.
All right, let's dive into this letter. And she entitles her letter, Little to Zero Effort Men. Okay. As a late 40s woman who has been divorced for 2 years, I just don't have time to play around when it comes to relationships. You don't have time or energy. I know what you mean. You don't have time or energy. You don't want to do that. I thought it was the younger generation who has the issues with men wasting women's time. No, it's everybody. But no. There are 40s and 50-year-old men who will waste time as well. Yeah, these men, if they're the type of men, they will ride it out to the end. They don't stop just because, they get older. So women, you need to beware. I work for a company that is part of a huge office complex. There's a guy who works for another company in the same complex. There's a food court where we all go to have lunch. At lunchtime, every day, he chooses to sit at a table next to me, and we talk. He asked for my number, finally, after weeks of lunch conversation. Okay, so it sounds in the letter that you kind of liked him, and you were waiting for him to ask for your number. Okay, so that's your anticipation. Days pass. Well, that told you right there that he wasn't that interested. Oh, he see you at work every day, so, okay. He wasn't interested in seeing you outside of work. He never called. The other day, he attempted to sit by me and talk. I brushed him off and called my sister to chat until lunch was over. Why? Why? He just didn't call. He's preoccupied with somebody else. Now here's the thing. Maybe he enjoys your company. All right? As long as he's not, I guess you are offended because he took your number and he didn't call and you feel like he's playing games with you. Now, we don't want to waste time if that's what it is. But this is a little here nor there. I tell you why, because he just comes and sits near you at lunch and talks. Okay? All right? Maybe he calls himself taking it slow. You didn't say that much about this man, So, you didn't say anything about his background or anything like that, or what you know of him. But maybe he figures like he's got your number. And whenever he's ready to call you, he'll call you. But he's spending time with you during the work day, during lunchtime, to get to know you. I'm giving this man the benefit of the doubt because you didn't tell me that much about him other than, you were interested in him. He asked you for your phone number and you waiting, anticipating for him to call you, and he never called. But at lunchtime, he comes and sits at the table and you all, have been talking there. Is it just you and him, or is it other people sitting at the table? Here I was thinking he was about to ask me out. But no, see, your anticipation is what got you aggravated right away. All right? Where this man, not knowing that much about the man, but maybe he just calls himself taking it slow with you. Maybe he wants to get to know you. Talking to him at lunchtime, you can figure out some things about him, whether he's really just playing games with you or not. But the thing is, since you were interested in the man, don't be so quick to cross him off because he didn't call you and he took your number. Did he say he was going to call you and he didn't call? Well, if he did that, then that's a different thing. But if he just took your number and you all just kept talking and he never called, but when you had lunch again, he didn't try to ghost you. He wanted to come right on over there and sit next to you. After all that lunch conversation and him asking for my number, nothing. Did I overreact by brushing him off? I think you did. I think you, just from the information that I have here, I think you might have overreacted. All right? This is the thing, ladies. When a guy pays attention to you, don't look to go date the guy right off. Get to know him. Keep it friendly. Keep it friendly. This way you can get to know more about the person. Like I said, I'm giving this guy the benefit of the doubt. Maybe, he didn't call you because he didn't know how to talk to you on the phone. He sees you at lunch, you sit down, you have a good conversation. He enjoys your company. You didn't tell me how many times he's been coming to sit next to you or talk to you at lunchtime. You just said that this guy who works for another company, but in the same complex, he comes to the food court, and at lunchtime every day, he chooses to sit at the table next to me. I don't see a problem with that. Don't get upset because the guy didn't call you. And then he came back when you lunch again and tried to come sit next to you and you brushed him off. Don't do that. No. He may be just taking his time to learn more about you. Ladies, a lot of times we want to go too fast. Slow it down. There's no hurry. Slow it down and start off just being friends. You meet somebody, even if they ask for your number, and if they come back, just form a friendship with them. You'll get to know more about them in a friendship than trying to form a relationship as soon as somebody asks you for your number. I am just so irritated that I gave him my number. You shouldn't be. You shouldn't be irritated that you gave him your number and he didn't call you. So what? Did you spend the whole night by the phone waiting for this man to call? A lot of us ladies do that. I've done that before. So, I'm not just putting it on you. I've done that before. That's why I'm telling you, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't try to hang your hopes and dreams on the first guy that comes and asks you for your number. Don't do that. Don't do that. You want to know who he is too. Okay? And you can't know who he is if he tries to approach you and you brush him off like that just because he made that one error. He didn't realize he made an error, probably. Now, he probably doesn't know what your issue is now. I sure hope he isn't waiting for me to ask him why he hasn't called, because that won't happen. Well, I hope it doesn't. No, you don't want to call him, and you don't want to ask him about it. You see? But if this is somebody that you were kind of interested in, and I guess you were, you enjoyed his conversation and everything, he may come and try again to sit with you. He may figure that you were just having a bad day, you see, and he may try to come back. If he comes back, if I were you, I would let him come and sit and talk during lunch. You know, if it's just regular talk. Now, let's go back a bit. If he came to your table and the conversations that you were having, he tried to hit on you, that's a different thing. You see, that's a different thing if he was trying to hit on you at lunch. But if you had a pleasant conversation that you enjoyed with the man, you know, and he said, well, you know, let me have your number. Give him your number, and he doesn't call you. So what? So what? That doesn't mean that he's not interested in you anymore. It doesn't mean that he's involved with anybody else. It just doesn't mean that, you know, he has his reasons why he hasn't called you yet. That doesn't mean that he'll never call you. But ladies, let's not put up these brick walls to where nobody can penetrate it. Nobody can penetrate this wall. Now, you want to be alert and aware. And you know, if a sleaze comes to you talking a lot of nonsense and, you know, hey, baby, you looking good, then, you know, you cross him off right away. But if he's a decent man and he comes and he sits with you and you have a decent conversation, you laugh, you talk together, the whole thing, he asks you for your number, and now you waiting all night long for this guy to call you, and he doesn't call you. The next day when he comes to sit with you, now you're mad. No, don't be that. Don't be that. Be happy. Be pleasant. Act like it, you know, it didn't bother you at all. You see, ladies, you know, men do play a lot of games. But ladies, you need to be confident in who you are. You see, if he did not come out and offend you, then there's no reason for you to be angry because he didn't call. You weren't in a relationship with him. You know, you're just chatting at lunch. All right? And maybe he likes you as a friend. He wants to be friends with you. Maybe he's not looking for a relationship right now. But see, you're going to cut it off before it even can get started. This is what I'm saying. Give it a chance. Now, don't try to go and apologize. Don't do anything like that. Stay put right now. Just start loving yourself, knowing there's nothing wrong with you. You're everything that any man would ever want. Okay? Know that about yourself. So when he comes, if he comes back to sit at your table, be friendly as you were the first day. Friendly and nice, and treat him like a friend. Okay? And if he continues to want to sit with you, maybe he's just looking for a work friend too. That could be it too. But you'll find that out if you just give it a chance. With him sitting and talking to you at lunch, it really just kind of helps the day go better. Because I've worked in those kind of environments. And to have somebody that you can have a good time at lunch really helps the day go faster. So, you know, I would say take your time with him. if he comes back. But don't call him up. Don't chase him up. You know, if he's truly interested in you, he will come back. If he wants to get to know you better or whatever, he will come back and try to sit with you again at lunch. So I hope this helps. And I really hope that you understand it. Now, those of you who may have a question that you'd like for me to answer, my email address is in the description. And if you're looking for today's affirmation, the link is also in the description. I want to thank you so much for supporting this channel. And thank you for your comments and your letters. And a very special thank you to those that leave a donation. And I want to remind you that the new channel, Living Life with Miss Faye, is up and running. And on that channel, you can follow me in my daily life. Things that I do, the foods I eat, how I keep in shape, and all of that. So I hope to see you over there too. I thank you so much for supporting this channel. I wish you all the very best and happiness, and I really hope to see you next time.